Yeah! My name's Derek. I'm working on a bug, and I want to show you guys my progress. This project is not intended to be instructional because I'm going to be doing a lot of things that I shouldn't do with this bug. There's going to be times where I'm not going to use the correct procedures. I'm not going to strip this down to bare metal. I'm going to leave dents and dings in it. The rust that's there, I'm going to rough up, clear out, and spray some rust preventative material on it, but I'm not going to fix it in the correct way. That said, I think this is going to be a blast. Yeah! Okay, first up, we gotta take some stuff off. Alright, so this is one of those areas where I'm gonna spend a little bit of time, but not a tremendous amount of time because, well, I don't have time, and honestly, I just don't care tonight. So, this is what the deal is. We have this dent, and you might be able to see it with the reflection of the light. Can we get the light to see the reflection of the dent? That's a joke, by the way, because there's no gloss. Anyway, so you can see here, here's the dent, and there was a dent here. I pounded it out a little bit with a hammer. I'm gonna do the same thing for this here. You can just see it's just terribly dented in. It looks horrible, it feels horrible. It's gonna look terrible with paint on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pound from the underside and get it close. I would rather have it down a little bit than up because I'm gonna take some filler and fill around where this is all dented in. If I need to, or if I feel like it would be helpful, I might actually heat it up if I can get it close. So let's see what happens. Alright, so it's not perfect, but it's a little better. Actually, it's quite a bit better. I was about to touch it and realized that touching it probably wouldn't be the best decision ever. So, you can tell, obviously it got pretty hot. Probably should be wearing a respirator with the paint that's melting off, but that's quite a bit better. Again, it's not perfect. I only have one hammer to my name, metal hammer anyway. So if I had another hammer, I could get this a little better by tapping on both sides, or even if I just had a piece of metal to hold on the underside while I hit it. But that's close. I'll know more once I get this all sanded off, but as it is now, it's substantially better than it was. That is for sure. You can see that's a little high. I'll have to tap that a little bit further down. All right. So, let's get going, shall we? Yeah! Taking a little bit of time, I found out a few different things. One, this fender has been replaced. From what I can tell. This looks like an aftermarket fender, mainly because there's only one coat of paint and it's really just primer, so there's really no paint on the thing. So that's good. That means that there should be no hidden Bondo anywhere. But there is, unfortunately, Bondo on the side panel, which I already knew, but it's interesting what I didn't know. So check this out. So we come up over here, and there's still some work I need to do because there is some paint flaking off. I don't know if that's from rust or what that's from. And if we go up here, we knew this was flaking off here, right? That's what I thought was the original color. But, and you'd think that's the case because there's rust under there. When you're working on a bug or on an old car, it's always fun to get to know the history behind the car, what colors it was painted at any given stage in its life. This car is it's a little more of a mystery than I thought. So if we look over here on this panel, now this panel isn't one that's going to be replaced, typically. A door can be replaced easily, a fender can easily be replaced. This is part of the body. This requires major welding if you're going to actually take this apart. So, look at this teal color. How beautiful is that, right? So, looks like we have, so I'm down to, where's the metal? I saw metal. I thought I saw metal, maybe I didn't. At any rate, we have a darker green by the looks of it right here. Then it went to white, then like this taupe almost, and then this beautiful teal color. My goodness, this bug would look so beautiful with that color. And then more of a yellow, and then of course this gray, but I'm guessing they had a green on it before that. So it is a mystery. Let's proceed and see if we can find any more clues to be able to determine what the paint life of this car has been. Okay, so this is a good first step. There's still a lot more work to do, but this is where we're at. This is what we've accomplished today. Step one, we've gotten this hood much straighter. Still has a lot of work left to do. We sanded most of this down. We're gonna have to resand it again. I'm gonna have to pull a bumper off, of course, to be able to get the rest of the fender sanded, but this fender's not gonna take any time. I'm not worried about that at all. Something to note, each one of these little silver spots, that's the metal, of course, and notice how much bigger it is. I'm doing that for every place that there is a little nick in the paint. And the reason you wanna do that is if you paint over the nick, of course you're going to see the nick. If you just sand down to that small little area where that nick in the paint is, you're gonna see a ripple in the paint once you've actually laid down your base coat and your clear coat after your primer, of course. So every time there's a little nick, I'm gonna be doing something like this. So for example, let's try to find one. Well, here's a bigger nick, but this area right here, I could just sand that out, but I'm gonna end up sanding an area that's out around like this. And the reason for that is so that it won't, you won't see a divot in the paint once you actually put some paint down. Something to note, see how there's different colors here? The sharper the edges, so the closer the colors are to one another, that means it's a steeper angle, just like a topographical map. So what you want to see is these colors. You want to see more of each one of these colors. So more like, well, kind of like this. There's not as many colors on the hood, but see how big that area is before we go to the next color? That's the kind of an idea that you're going for, is you want to have more of that surface area. So I had the drill sander, so I just wanted to get off all the stuff that's going to flake off. I still have a little bit more here to do. That's really steep, but we want to get this so that when we run your hand across it, you're not going to feel anything. That's the goal. Whenever we run our hand across anything, it should be smooth. We shouldn't feel anything. In fact, when I'm actually painting a nice car, one that I care about, what I'll do is I'll rub my hand across it while I have my eyes closed, so I won't psych myself out. So when I do feel a little lip, I'll stop, put my finger on it, open my eyes, and find where that lip is, or where that dent is. So that's the story. I think this is a good place to stop. Thanks for tagging along. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've attempted to shoot this outro. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for tagging along. Hey guys, thanks for joining.
Well, sometimes it's difficult coming up with a good outro.
Well, I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I've attempted this outro.
So, this is me being real. My name's Derek. I'm working on a bug, and I want to show you guys my progress as I go. So each day there's going to be a new video. As you can see, I've done a little bit more since I've shot this, and I will continue to do so. My anticipation is to have this painted by next weekend. That means there are going to be several more videos to come. If you'd like to join, feel free. If you'd like to see new content, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to. If you didn't find this very entertaining at all, or very helpful, then don't bother. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm just doing this for fun. Yeah!